Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 11. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He'll run it. Check 27.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Stick, 21.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Kill.
Garoppolo on first down. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
Brandon, so often we talk about whether or not a quarterback was surprised by the pressure, by the blitz. Most of the time they're not surprised by that, but the speed in which someone gets there. And on this play, I don't think he had any other chance or choice.
Are they taught in that situation just to tuck it and go down?
Yeah, when you don't even have an opportunity to look downfield and assess what's going on, cover it, take care of the football. Don't turn something bad into something worse.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo, and he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. 3rd down here.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flip in field position and a flip in fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
I can't believe they even let you play. Watch the safety creep. Shift.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Second down and goal. Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Cameron Jordan showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
56. Mike, 56.
Working from the gun. Garoppolo. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
And I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the Niners' 41-yard line.
Ready. 95, 56, 95, 56, 54.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
From the 41, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here we go. Here we go. 8, read. Okay, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Shoot.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. 57 to Mike. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Ready, check.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 49ers' 4-yard line.
Ready.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 8 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Here we go. 21. Here we go. Switch. Check 4.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Watch the run.
Breeze now. And Thomas has it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Breeze here finding Kamara, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Foreman. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Slam, slam, slam.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Garoppolo now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Under 10. I got you. Hey, check line 47. Check line 47.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go. Let's do this.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it's going to be 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
A throw over the middle taken in. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check 31.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
21. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. You draw focus. Switch.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Breida. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Here we go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Here's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Come on, QB, come on. 56, the mark.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Jim,
Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Watch the eye. Kill. Slam.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it. No gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
21.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Garoppolo, man open, it's Goodwin. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
Here we go. 11. Defense. Watch the shit.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Alert 3.
On first down, Garoppolo. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
11.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, gun. Watch the twist. 47's the mark, boys.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. There we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Let's go, let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had a dip.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
1st down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
11.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
13.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Check.
Now it's Breida. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Stick.
Hey, watch that.
Second down, McKinnon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space,
Here we go.
and he got there.
Hey, alert.
Check. Rush in.
This is Breida. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
54 Mike.
All day, baby, all day. We go 21.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Kill.
Stick down. Check, stick down.
Check safety.
FCKU Dome Blood.
Kamara. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Kill.
On 2nd down now. Foreman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
They run again with Breida. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's where you belong.
He was brought down by Eli Apple. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
47. You. Kill.
Check 9.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. They run for it with Breida. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation. And what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Mike's 47.
Garoppolo on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Slam. Hey, switch gears.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run with Breida. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here we go. 65. Twist on Travis. Go. Check. Cross.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check three.
11.
Tighten up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go. 80 weapons.
Check 31. Check 31.
Watch twist.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Get hot.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run. It's Barner. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Check.
On second down, Foreman. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
15, Lonnie. 15 line.
They run again with Foreman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Now a run for Barner. And they do get him down, but not before before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Bandit. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
65. 6.
Showing it. Showing it.
Check 52.
Undercrunch. Undercrunch. Undercrunch.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Both sevens to Mike. Both sevens to Mike.
12.
You better bring it.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. You can't block me.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Check 50. Check 50.
Now a give to Breida. And he's got room. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
Here we go.
A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
13.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. James has got it, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
Watch the eye.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got it. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds, shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Bonner. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49ers 36-yard line.
Right there, 56. In the face.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run again with Barner. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A carry for Foreman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The 29-yard line.
What a set. Come on, boy. 56. Check, 56. Rip right, rip right.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, come on. Right there, 56. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.